Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video on the little zetec replica Fiesta. In the last video we welded all the back panel on. I had a couple of little bits left to finish. I came in yesterday, finished welding them under the lip there and the last couple down there. I ground down the welds a little bit, start getting ready for putting some paint on. Yeah, we're going to have a little tidy up. The majority of that is all seam sealed all the way and loads of seam sealer inside. I went and picked up the correct colour seam sealer to match what's inside this boot here. I only had some grey in stock. I didn't have any of this yellowy creamy colour. So what we're going to do is start prepping the back of this boot panel and the boot today. The boot's only got base coat in it, so it's going to be a bit of a scuff up, puff some white paint inside, and that's all that needs inside the boot. On the outside it's in body colour, so we're not going mad. Obviously most of it is got loads of seam seal around it, so we're just going to prep the paint areas up, get a bit of white paint on that, and then as soon as that's done, then we can concentrate on trying to sort this rear quarter out. We've got some rippling up the top there and loads of micro blisters to deal with there, and I've also got to go and rip off a back bumper for this one that I've got on a black one that I'm using for spares. We'll have a look at that and see what needs prepping on that as well. So yeah, I'm going to crack on. What we're going to try and do first is mask up the inside of the boot area, get a bit of base coat in there so that's done and dusted with, and then we'll start sanding down this back panel and get that ready. What I might actually do is do the boot and the back panel in one go, like not in one go but as one job sort of thing, and then we can concentrate on the rear quarter and the bumper afterwards. So yeah, that's what I'd like to do today. Get that done, get the boot painted in there. Let's get the seam sealer all back in now and the same out here. I believe the seam sealer goes on after the paint on the inside and the outside. The seam, what I'm getting at is the seam sealer is not painted. It wasn't painted in here and all round under here where the welds were, and the same outside. It was just normal colour. So yeah, we'll do that. Let's get cracking. I'll see you in a bit. go. She's white where she needs to be. Puffed a bit of white down in there to try and make it sort of look like the rest of it in now. We've got our seam sealer. Well, the first tube, it's going to take many to make that look pretty. I know that we didn't go to town on the back panel. I'm not really fussed. You don't see any of it. I just wanted it white and to be in the correct body colour, which it is. None of the paint or foul. Keyed it right up. I don't care what it looks like. It's one of them. That's why I left the little dings in the top panel there. I'm not fussed. You're not going to see none of that. Bumper will be over it. It's put together correctly. It's done safe, obviously. I'm not really fussed what the paint looks like under there. It's white. It's normal. It's fine. We can live with the little dings there. I've straightened it out, but yeah. I ain't going to town on bits that you don't see. I'm going to get this seam sealer on now. I'm going to try. I haven't got the correct nozzle, the correct attachment. They do one that's like, well, as thick as that in there. I'm guessing that's an inch and 3/4, that one. So I'm just going to pipe some on, brush it, see what it looks like. If not, I've got a smaller nozzle that gives me what's the word for it? I can't remember. It's like a fan. It fans it out basically. And we'll have a look and try that. I'm going to get some on here, see how we get on, and then I'll show you where we get to in a mo. There we go. 2 tubs of jollop later. That is actually how thick it was. It's a mad amount of seam sealer, to be fair, but yeah, you know, here's what it is. It definitely don't look too terrible. By the time all the bits are back in there, spare wheel and everything. Obviously I'm not trying to hide that this is a salvage car, and like I said about that, I'm not really fussed. I'm selling it as a salvage car. I don't need to go mad to make this brand new. We're not talking about a 10 grand Mercedes here. This is a cheap 13 plate Fiesta, and I'm selling it as a Cat S, insurance write-off, repaired. So, you know, I'm not, I could have gone mad, got the dent puller out, straightened all that bit out on the top there, made it absolutely perfect. But the reality of it is, if I go and buy this car, I ain't taking the bumper off to admire the work that's gone underneath it that no one's ever going to see. So I haven't cut corners as such. I just could have got every dent out and made that, prepped it perfectly, blended all the clearing, you know, all the way around. I know people are going to go, oh, you didn't clean any of that. No, I didn't. Puffed a bit of clear just over the seam sealer. That's it, job done. No one's ever going to see it again. So you just got to do, you know, you've got to do the job correctly, which I have. It's not a problem. But I don't care that there's a little ding in that. It doesn't bother me. The car is getting sold cheaper than what a HPI clear one would be sold for, so it doesn't matter. They know what it is. There are people out there though that are very dodge, and they do sell smashed up cars that have been repaired and don't tell people that they're a category S write-off or a category N. Yeah, I've seen it quite a lot, to be honest. So they're asking maximum money, full retail value. I mean, this is done 38k, I think it was, 39, I can't remember. Low mileage car, 13 plate, top end on this sort of car. I'm not really up to date, to be fair, but it could be about 6 grand, you know. There are some people out there repairing them and trying to get full asking price for them and not telling people that they're insurance write-offs. They find out in the end. Well, some people do, some people don't, but I'll never ever sell any of my cars and not tell people what they are, you know. So at the end of the day, it is going to be a cheap 13 plate Fiesta with this amount of mileage and all the spec that it's got on it, because it's done up like a zetec S, and it'll be reduced because of that fact. So I'm not going crazy on bits that we're not going to see. yeah, we'll make the rear quarter look right, we'll make that look nice, not a problem, that's on show. I won't scrimp on doing that correctly. I haven't not done that correctly, if that makes sense. It's just that I could have done better, which I don't want to. Not for something that's not seen, and just eat away at my time, and it's not worth it. So yeah, it's enough ranting. I don't know how I got into this. I'll see you in a mo. I've got to let this all dry before we start doing anything, all right? It's now about an hour or so later, and this is still really gooey, and I kind of underestimated. I've never used this brand before. It's called Terracin. It's off my paint man. I've never used this brand before, but I've underestimated how quick this goes off. It's still looking like it's going to need a good hour or so, and I'm at nearly 4 o'clock now. So, in all honesty, it's probably pointless me rushing to get this sanded down while that's still going off. I don't want all dust and crap going in that for any unnecessary reason. So, it's looking like tomorrow we get to find out what's underneath this. By the look of it, it's definitely got some rubbish in that. Someone's definitely been in there before. It's not looking promising. God knows what I'm going to unearth there. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's turned out to be a bit of a boring video. I haven't really shown you anything in depth, and it's been a lot of time lapse. But my plans were to crack on into that rear quarter and get that sorted, but it's consumed most of my day, this has. What with painting it, letting it dry, lacquering it, and then I like to bake it, let it dry before I could put all the seam sealer on, and now that's taking ages to dry. So yeah, what a nightmare. But we'll come in tomorrow, that should all be good, cover that up, and then we can crack on with that rear quarter. I went and collected my paint as well, so we're all ready to go on that. I'm just hoping we'll be able to straighten that out. Well, I'm going to have to take most of this off to sort of deal with all this micro blistering, which is not good. I'm guesstimating that that's come from piss poor prep, because I mean, I'm not the best in the world at panel beating and stuff, but there's loads and loads of ripples in that. It's not a very good job, and the colours definitely off. That's cream and that's not. We're going to repair that, and we'll blend it all the way through. We'll do all the door as well, make that look nice, pull the handle off. We'll do that as a gouge on the handle. So yeah, I think that's about it for me today. So tomorrow I'll come in, we'll get cracking, and we'll have a proper video tomorrow, and we'll find out what lurks beneath that paintwork, shall we? As always, a massive thanks for watching, and we'll see you very soon in the next one. Stay safe and be lucky.